If you've been trying to stick to a budget but feel like you're just failing time and time again, you actually might be doing better than you think. And we're going to talk about 5 signs that you actually may be doing better than you think. Budgeting is not something you should just be going through the motions with, but it's something you should literally feel as you progress. I'm doing this video to hopefully reassure you that little things you may be doing here and there, you actually are on the right track, and you just need to keep going, keep trying, and eventually you'll start to really feel that difference I just mentioned. Okay, the first sign that you are on the right path with your budgeting is that you are tracking all, not just some, but all of your expenses every single month, whether that's with a notebook, whether that's with a spreadsheet, that's with an app on your phone. The reason why this is so important is that it helps you to be more self-aware and helps you spend more intentionally, and you can really break down all of your expenses and get a good grasp of how the health of your money is really. The second sign that shows you are on the right track with your budgeting is that you have goals associated with your budgeting. So what I mean by this, and I'll put a link in the description of a video where I talk about budgeting with purpose. It was one of my first videos on this channel. But a sign that shows you're on the right track is that you have goals associated with your budgeting. And what I mean is things such as you're trying to save up for a house, you're trying to save up for a vacation, a car, emergency savings, you're maybe trying to pay off your debt. Those are all goals that budgeting is a tool to help reach those goals, right? So if you have a goal in mind as you are budgeting, you're on the right track. Okay, the third thing that shows you're on the right path with budgeting is that you sit down at least once a month to review all of your expenses and your income, and you plan for the next month. And so this includes going over all of your different categories that you've budgeted for, seeing where you can improve, where you can be better, and then also see what you did well. You know, what can we take away from this moving towards next month? Okay, the fourth sign that you are on the right track with budgeting is that you are thinking about it often. Not that it is consuming your thoughts, but you know, let's say for the month you have different activities going on. And in past months when you maybe weren't really budgeting, weren't really doing that well, you just went and did things without even thinking about it. But now you think, oh, you know, I was gonna go to this movie with my friends, or, oh, you know, I was gonna go to Costco today and plan, you know, and spend $300-400 easily, or, oh, I was gonna go out to lunch and do this. And you start to think, oh, well, I've budgeted and maybe I won't be able to do that this time, or maybe I won't be able to go and do this time. But if you've budgeted and you've planned these things out, you don't even have to stress or think about it. You just budget it and then you track it later that day or whenever you enter in your expenses. But you're thinking about it a lot more in relation to the different activities you do, and it relieves stress later on. The fifth and last thing that I think is huge is that you feel good. You feel peace, you feel in control. If you are not feeling those things in regard to your money, there is something wrong and something does need to be fixed. And so my advice for that is, like I said, the very first thing, start tracking your expenses. Start thinking about it more often. When you really start to get into budgeting, you start to feel those things more often. And in fact, you start to feel less stressed. You're not as worried about the uncertainty or surprise of things. And so when there's more certainty and less uncertainty, that leads to less stress. And who needs more stress in their life? I don't think any of us do. And so just to quickly review the 5 signs that you are on the right track. Number 1, you need to track all of your expenses each month. Number 2, you need to have goals associated with your budget. Number 3, you need to sit down at least once a month to review your expenses and your income and plan for the next. The fourth thing is you find yourself thinking about it more often. And the fifth thing is that you feel good about it, you feel at peace, you feel in control. So with that, those are my 5 signs that you are on track with your budget. Don't give up hope. Keep trying, keep pushing. and eventually you will get there. I promise you. With most things in life, it's just being consistent about it, finding a rhythm, and you start to feel good about it. Well, everyone, thanks for joining me today on the Budget Dad with Isaac. Like I said, there will be a link in the description for that finding purpose in budgeting video and how it can lead to real results. See you next time on the Budget Dad with Isaac. Thank you.